just read an article. I wanted to share some information with you. What are the best states to start a business in? And these are, I suppose, not necessarily an online business as we talk most about, but an offline business where you might have to have a storefront, a front door to your business, etc. But I'm going to, I found it very interesting, and we're also going to share with you the types of businesses that have been most prominent in startups. Okay, the states. The entrepreneurial spirit is alive and well in Massachusetts, new research shows. For the second year in a row, the Bay State tops the annual U.S. Entrepreneurial Index. And this was some research that was done by the University of Nebraska in Lincoln. They measure 5 components to come up with this list. Percentage growth and per capita growth of business establishments, its business formation rate, the number of patents per 1,000 residents, and income per non-farm proprietor in each state. Those are the factors. Massachusetts scored well for its establishment growth, patent activity, and income per proprietor. The other states in the index top 10 are North Dakota, number 2, number 3, California, number 4, New York, number 5, Minnesota, number 6, Oregon, number 7, New Jersey, number 8, New Hampshire, number 9, Texas, number 10, Illinois. If your state is one of the 40 that did not appear on that list, it doesn't matter. Don't not start a business because your state is not in the top 10. What that does mean that people aren't really focused on starting businesses, and as focused, I should say, as focused. In Ohio, where I live, I am sure the Ohio ranks very low on that list. I'm going to have to check that out. And what I hear often is all the taxes that are cumbersome to small businesses, but I'll have to do some further research on those. Anything else I need to mention? At the Utah was the highest climber in rankings, moving from 44 last year to number 21 this year. Oh, Ohio actually moved up. I'm sorry, state of Ohio. Governor Kasich. Ohio, which was number 40 last year, moved up to number 22. Yay! While Arizona, Maine, Maryland, North Carolina, Wisconsin also had double-digit improvements. Louisiana and Michigan were at the bottom of this year's rankings. A sharp decline in the number of business establishments in each state. It was a massive drop for Louisiana, which ranked 5th last year. Interesting. I suppose if there was a large number of startups or new businesses in Louisiana in prior years after the hurricane. I suppose there were a lot of new businesses because there were a lot of businesses that were destroyed. So in the years after the major hurricane, new businesses were started. Other states that fell at least 10 spots from last year were Alaska, Idaho, Kentucky, Oklahoma, South Dakota, and Wisconsin. This information came from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the IRS Statistics of Income Bulletin, the U.S. Census Bureau, and the U.S. Statistical Abstract. Okay, what are the types of businesses? This comes from a different source of information. Oh, this comes from the Kaufman Foundation, based upon information that they have gathered in their startup weekends that they do around the country. They're 54-hour events. Really fascinating. I actually attended one about 3 or 4 years ago here in Cincinnati, and in 54 hours, teams of folks get together and they literally start a new business. And it starts on a Friday night and ends sometime on Sunday. And it's basically nonstop for 54 hours to get that business launched. It's a fascinating concept. Here's the businesses. So let's take a look at the types of businesses, and they're actually pretty much offline businesses. So let's go. Home daycare. Most places you don't need a license to run a babysitting service from your home if you keep your child head count below a certain number. Yard work. Oh boy, I had some yard work new businesses over the years. An errand service. Good one. Computer maintenance. Great one. Cleaning service. An energy efficiency consultant. That will always be popular. Recycler, a pet sitter, an organizer. I might need an organizer myself. A virtual assistant. That is becoming, I'm sure, a high growth as more and more folks are operating out of their homes, and there's certain functionality of being able to run more efficiently, and a virtual assistant would be able to give that to you. A remote bookkeeper, a translator, a cost cutter. I suppose cost cutters will always be in demand. A social media consultant. I'll bet there's 10 trillion of those. Everybody is an expert on social media. Well, at least many folks think they are. A copywriter. That will tie in very closely to a YouTube broadcast we're going to do about content. How very important content marketing is today to the marketing formula. And to develop content, you need a copywriter. I write more copy now, or do more video content now than I have ever done in my entire life. For sure, videos, because I never did a lot of videos until I started doing them. Well, until I started doing Stickam.com 4 years ago. Is when I first really started doing video content. I actually live stream on Stickam.com. I still do. I'm doing it 6 days a week and considering even a 7th day. Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I do a live streaming content for an hour. Saturdays, I actually launched the whole effort on Saturdays. And I've gotten away from Saturdays, but I'm thinking I'm going to try one out tomorrow. And then Sundays at 8 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So on Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Fridays, 10 o'clock. Saturdays, it'll be 10 o'clock tomorrow, Eastern Standard Time. And then Sundays, I actually start at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Amazing how many people come and view on a Sunday. We record every live thing that we do, and we also create YouTubes while we are doing our live streaming. We try to make the most of it. And we're just going to start on very soon. Well, I've tried to, and I'm just in the initial stages of doing Google Hangouts. And my plan is to do a Google Hangout from this camera on this computer, facing this camera on the computer I'm pointing to, which is my YouTube camera, and my camera on this computer is where I do my live streaming at Stickam.com. So we're going to combine all those, and we're in the initial stages of doing that. So copywriter, very important. Health insurance consultant. I was actually a health insurance consultant myself up until about 3 or 4 years ago. I did it absolutely not to sell insurance. I did it to educate myself so that I could share health insurance information with small businesses. In fact, in the 3 years that I had my license to do it, I never sold one policy, but I kept up to date on all the valuable information that I shared with small business owners. And in fact, it was in those years too that I testified before the Ohio State Senate. I don't remember exactly which committee. It was a committee on health care and insurance. It was a Senate committee on insurance. Steve Stiers personally asked me, it was his committee, personally asked me if I would share information with that committee about small businesses and the impact the health insurance policy of the state of Ohio had on insurance, not only the state of Ohio, the government. And as you know, we're still struggling with that today. And I say struggling, and we still don't have answers to very, very important questions. And come January 1st of 2014, which is a little more than a year away, if you have a small business with 50 employees in it or larger, you will be mandated to provide health insurance for your employees. Mandates always mean higher costs, and the craziness about all that is just a year away, those small businesses that are going to have to provide health insurance for their employees don't even know what a policy is going to look like, what those mandates are going to look like. Scary, very scary. And if you don't provide that health insurance, you're going to be penalized. The interesting thing about that penalty is we don't know if those penalties are going to be equal to or greater than a premium, a health insurance premium. So if the penalties are less, why would a company with 50 employees provide health insurance that is more? It's crazy. It is. It's out of control. We'll see what happens. And actually, it started to become an issue in the presidential debates the other evening. I only watched for a couple of minutes, but it's a serious, serious problem that threatens the existence of many small businesses. Another type of business that's very popular to start is elder assistant. Wow, why not? There are 75 million baby boomers in this country. They represent the largest demographic. A baby boomer is defined as someone who was born between the years of 1946 and 1964. We didn't plan 50 years ago to have this many baby boomers. But 40 years ago, we are living longer. I include myself in that class because I was born between those years. The early years. The third year. Assistance is needed. Elder assistance is needed. We're living longer. We're actually staying healthier than we did years ago, and living longer. But then it also creates the need for elder assistance. Great place to have a new business. And a final category. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, number 18, Small Business Resource Center. Great great idea. And in fact, we are a small business resource center here at davidsbarter.com. We spend a lot of time exploring resources for small businesses because small business owners are too busy worrying how to pay today's bills and tomorrow's bills than they are in finding resources that will help their businesses run more efficiently. I have seen it time and time again. It hasn't changed. I hope it will, but it probably won't. But in the meantime, great demand for small business resource centers. In fact, David's Barter Community is actively involved helping to create a resource center with and for my friend Humphrey Akinazu in Nigeria. I met Humphrey actually on the internet. He would Skype me 8 months ago, approximately. He lived in Rome, and I actually was able to visit with him in Rome a couple times in the month of August when I went to visit my son Sam and my daughter-in-law Kimberly in Rome. Humphrey was studying at the Rome School of Business, and he asked me to be part of his mentoring team to help him develop a small business resource center in Nigeria. And Humphrey is in Nigeria right now doing some more work. It's a very, very tough challenge, but he is very much intrigued and feels that the social marketing and social network technology platform that we have developed here in the community to help you start a business right now, he is fine-tuning his own very optimized, very Googleized landing page so that he can share that with other future entrepreneurs in Nigeria, in West Africa. So small business development centers are becoming increasingly more important because we must start as many businesses as we can right now. In the United States anyways, and probably all around the world, our economy is not creating enough new jobs right now. The report just came out today. There was only 114,000 new jobs created in the month of September. And in August, we first reported, because it was reported nationally, that there were 96,000 jobs created in August. That was moved up to 142,000 jobs. So, bottom line, in the 2 months combined, there were only 256,000 new jobs created. New businesses create new jobs. We're not doing it quickly enough. We're not doing it fast enough. Think, if you're looking for a job particularly, rather than look for a job, create your own new job where you have control over your destiny. Create it today. Create it in davidsbarter.com.